Greetings from the far side of the galaxy, I'm Fuuri, your host with the most, here to tell you a story about titties. But we'll do that in a bit. It's time to make an announcement that I've been vaguing for like an entire week. We've got a brand new Patreon and Ko-fi. I love making videos for you guys, but I also like being able to pay rent. For some pocket change, you can help this channel grow and get perks like our Discord server and your name at the end of every video. What's more, we're doing a Q&A. A link to the community post where you can leave your question should be in like the top right if I did this correctly. While some YouTube comments will be selected, every donator, not just member, every donator will get their questions answered. So why don't you hop on over to Patreon, but preferably Ko-fi because they skim less off the top. I know this intro has been a wee bit longer than normal, so let's just dive right into it. What does your favorite Housamo hero say about you? Part 3, featuring Dante from Devil May Cry. Up first, Zabania, because he's this video's poster boy. Horkyu Kamui, but for basic bitches who are too cowardly to just be a furry. Just lose the dignity, man. I don't have any left and I'm doing great. Number 2, Sholot. Okay, so begging jokes are funny, but remember, Hakumen has the power to shapeshift. She can give herself any body part she wants, and that's all I'm gonna say before YouTube bans me or something. Number 3, the lamer Kresnik. I know I should make a Twilight joke around here, but I genuinely don't know enough about the series to make one. If you can think of anything funny, why don't you go ahead and write that joke in the comments. Number 4, the cooler Ellie. I diagnose you with DILF. Number 5, Arsalan. Not gonna lie, for an embarrassing amount of time, I thought it was based on the Jesus lion from Narnia. Number 6, Azazel. He literally constantly has to wear chains to keep those hands to himself. Now, if only I could get those for some of you people. I say, like a hypocrite. Number 7, Iger. Or as it would correctly be pronounced, Ayer. You ever notice how Gomtang draws like half the daddies in this game? This man knows his type and sticks with it, and I will forever appreciate that. Number 9, Gillen Bursty. It's time you face the facts. There is no Santa Claus, there is no Queen of England, and there is no canon Gillen Bursty. Number 10, Narlanthotep. I'm not telling you your taste, but I do think you should think twice before dating a theater kid. Number 11, Christine. What did I just say about theater kids? Number 12, $10. I know we give people who are into VOR a lot of shit, but I think we need to give people who are into $10 even more. Number 13, Temujin. It's at this moment that you realize that Tokyo does not have an HR department. Number 14, Furufumi. Ryota, but with depression and social anxiety. Number 15, Tezcat Lapoka. Okay, so I originally had this whole thing planned out using this screaming cowboy meme, but then YouTube's copyright system happened, so... Cut to commercial? Alright, making this quick. Please donate to my Patreon and Ko-fi, please check out some of my other stuff, and please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Back to show. Number 16, Turing. Now that femboys have gone mainstream, I am legally required to call you basic. I'm sorry. Number 17, Kate Sith. I love this guy as much as the next, but wow, I can't stand that sprite. I just don't know what you see in him. I just don't want the cat to make sex eyes at me. And speaking of weird sprites, we have number 18, Mineaki. He's actually not that weird as a character, but holy hell, everything in his design just screams creepo. I don't know what you Mineaki simps see, but frankly, I don't know any Mineaki simp, so... Number 19, Suzuka. You're into mean women, and you know what? I respect that. And now for numbers 20, 21, 22, and 23.
Want to be dominated? We'll dominate you. We'll ask you to be gentle.
Number 24, Durga. You want her to crush your head like a watermelon with those thighs, which is valid. Number 25, Citri. I honestly don't get anyone who's into him. He just radiates cringy little brother energy so hard. For fuck's sake, this dude unironically says cool cat like it's the early 90s. He's adorable. Number 26, Asterius. You want to be his dommy mommy and you can't convince me otherwise. Number 27, Babylon. You want her to be your dummy mommy, and you can't convince me otherwise. For these last few, you better buckle yourselves up because we're entering the DILF zone. Number 28, Surtur. You want a DILF that will bake you cakes wearing nothing but an apron. Number 29, Baylor. You want a sugar daddy DILF that will buy you all the sweets you want. And finally, number 30, Ophion. Okay, so I know some of you may be saying, Ophion's not a DILF, he's not even a dad. To that I say, remember how Hephaestus doesn't shut up about his mother Eurynome? Now who was Ophion married to? See, Hephaestus is Ophion's son and it's like not mentioned at all. I kind of want Life Runners to do a Father's Day event specifically so we can see them interact. Anyways, thank you for coming to my TED Talk on why Ophion is a DILF. Oh yeah, and Dante like I promised. I've never actually played a Devil May Cry game, I only know him as that asshole from Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. Don't forget to ask a question for my AMA, you can ensure it's answered by donating to my Patreon but preferably Ko-fi. Do be sure to like, subscribe, and check out some of my other stuff, and of course, this is your host Fuuri signing out.